Have you ever been wandering around the Sea of Thieves and seen this skull in the sky? That is a skull fort, one of the many world events in Sea of Thieves. These world events have a lot of loot in them but have a high risk because all of them are marked in the sky for everyone to see. And while these world events can give a lot of loot, there's not necessarily a way to hunt down specific ones. Even though I said they give a lot of loot, the Skull Fort is arguably the worst one out of all of the world events. When you arrive at a Skull Fort, the first thing that will happen is you will be shot at by the cannons. These aren't very hard to dodge, and even if you can't dodge them, it's only a couple cannons that will be able to hit your ship before you can get to the island. Once you are on the island, the cannons will stop shooting and a bunch of skeletons will start swarming you. They're not very hard to defeat because as long as you have a sword, you will probably be able to kill all the skeletons. There are four main types of skeletons that will spawn at these forts. The default skeleton, which has no weakness and no advantage. The golden skeleton, which if water is put on it, it'll become rusty and easier to kill. But do not try to hit these things with a sword or throwing knives. It will not do nearly as much damage as you want it to. The last two types of skeletons that will be able to spawn here are the grass type skeletons, which regenerate when are hit by water, but as long as you have a sword or knives, they are very weak. And last but not least are the nighttime skeletons. These skeletons are invulnerable to any type of damage during nighttime, but if you shine them with a lantern, you will be able to damage them for about a minute before having to shine them with another light. After roughly 10 waves of those skeletons have been defeated, the first type of boss will spawn. These are the Ashen Guardians. Two of them will spawn during this wave, and they're not really much to be scared of. They're just a normal skeleton with more health. The last boss that you will face on the floor that drops the key can be one of three: the Mutinous Helmsman, the Two-Faced Scoundrel, or the Duchess. However, I would not worry which one you get because they all do the exact same thing. The only difference is they have a different name tag and they look different. The best way to defeat these bosses and really the entire fort are throwing knives and a sword. The only weakness about this loadout is that you will not be able to kill gold skeletons very easily, but you can just solve that with fire bombs or if you really wanted to, cannons. Once you have defeated this boss, it will drop two items: a stronghold skull, which is any normal skull, but has a slightly higher price range than quite a couple of the skulls that are currently in the game, and the stronghold key. This key can be used to unlock the vault right below the main room in whatever fort you have completed. Once you're done with all this hard work, you open the vault and you get ready to see the grand reveal of loot. So yeah, while going to these skull forts can be worth it when you're a newer player, if you're a veteran and have probably over about a million gold, I would not recommend going to these unless you're trying to spawn another world event. Luckily, these skull forts are getting reworked in about 2 months, so hopefully they'll make them better, but until then, they're not that good. If you made it all the way through this video and learned something new or just enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like, and that's all I got, so have a good day.